Welcome to the pit of despair. Hey! It's always something goofy. Yeah, Kev, I love that kind of music. Hey, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Me, them, all of us. Today, I wanted to... Boy, that sounds really dry and weird to me. Today, I've been messing with my audio. Today, I wanted to talk about taking my headphones off. Okay, thanks for coming. It was great. See you next time. I want to talk about these dudes. I don't know if anybody's interested. I don't know if anybody has any questions. These, boom, those things. Hey, look at that. Demonstrate aperture. Oh, it's not working. Yeah, these dudes. These little Rode Go things. I finished a video that I had to remake at the last minute because. Let's see what we got here. No, Captain, I don't fall for that. See, I test all this stuff most of the time and use my headphones most of the time and usually have everything set up. I start putting this all together at 8 a.m. an hour before I do this most of the time, except when I don't and everything fails. Yeah, headphones would be good. Rock and roll time. Yeah, we got, let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of people here. We got Jared. Cool, man. Can't wait to see that. We got Captain Jack. We got Continuous Conversation. They should name me that. We got Alan. I'm going to miss somebody, right? Hilburn. We got Josh Brown. Boom is here. We got Pedantic Dan. We got Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting someone. We got Josh Scott. Yo, Josh. I know someone else is in here. Where is she? We got Linda here. Do 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 do. We got Kevin, the RV addict here. Do 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 do. Did I miss someone? Did I miss someone? Did I miss someone? Did I miss someone? Haven't put on your headphones yet. I have the Rode Wireless Go 2 units and just updated the firmware. Yeah, you need to update the firmware because you do. Yeah. Michael Finn's here. Hey, dude. Welcome. It's my Irish friend. Robert Sprockes is here. That's my French friend, I think. Oh my God. Ian's here. Ian. I love you, Ian. That's my English UK friend. I think that's proper to say. We're talking about Seattle, and we've been talking about coffee, and vid was great. Right to it for me, sir. I noticed lots of peaking. Was that your feeling about the recorders? I had a problem with that. When I reshot the video, yeah, I noticed some peaking in there that I didn't quite catch. I also noticed when I uploaded the video to YouTube did something funny to the audio. Every once in a while, my videos, I uploaded them and I'm like, what happened? That's where I'm going. We'll just blame it all on YouTube. Yeah, if you don't, you really got to test this thing, as I say in the video. You really got to test the, hey, you really got to test this receiver and set the gain properly on this thing and on your camera or your recorder or whatever. And you use it and you look down and you look up and you look around, and then I need to take it into the editor and listen to it because there is some, it sounds like it's peaking or overdriven, and I think it's a gain problem, but I'm not sure yet. Hey, Mike Kelly's here, dude. Hey, Gene Waddle's here. Hey, dude. Belgian. It was close, though. Yeah, Belgian. Belgium's really close to France, I think. Hey, Ron Greenwood, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, we're talking about coffee. I use something called Kaladi coffee. It's made in Alaska. Jake Sloan knows what that is. He isn't here, I don't think. And it's awesome. Anyway, I wanted to talk about these. Actually, I talked about them a lot. So, if y'all have any questions that the video didn't cover, or if you didn't watch the video yet, what's the matter with you? I'm joking. If you didn't watch the video yet, and you have any questions, do let me know, because this thing, I mean, it's really small and all that. It does a lot of stuff. I'm really surprised at what this does. I mean, yeah, on the one hand, it's $299, but for a dual wireless transmission system with onboard recording in each transmitter, which I showed you in the video, you could just start this thing up and it's recording and it's good. And with all the features and functions, I think it's great. I really do. I know it would have cost a lot more if they had done this. I do like the Ceremonic, I forget what they call it, the Blink 500 Pro, the Blink, not the 500 Pro. But they have a case where you just drop it in and it charges the units. It would have cost, these would have cost a lot more had they done that. Some kind of, you can plug these things in. Anyway, and the battery life is really ridiculous. What do we got here? You almost touched on a 32-bit in the menu. You said it was not float. Your thoughts? What happens is when you're sitting there in the Rode Go something Central app, and you say, hey, I'm going to export, instead of 24-bit 48, I'm going to export it as 32-bit float. 32-bit float has a lot of technology behind it, and recorders, I forget which ones do that now. Maybe the new Mix Pre's do that. I'm not sure. And it basically says you could hammer the hell out of the loudness and it will adjust on 32-bit float and make everything just awesome. So it's really hard to overdrive or overpeak these. What the 32-bit float on these is doing is it's not doing, I mean, they can't fit that technology in here, I don't think. It's doing all that processing and stuff, and you're exporting it into a 32-bit float file format. You don't get all the goodies of 32-bit float that you would get with higher end stuff. So basically, if you're used to working in 32-bit float, you're basically exporting that to that format. You're not going to get what 32-bit float. I find it, unless you're working in that format all the time, you don't want to change. I find it worthless. I always just use 24-bit, 48 kilohertz from these little things. The audio, that's good enough, in my opinion. Hey, Kevin, I think it's time for a geography lesson. Yeah, I am geographically challenged. We got coffee. Alan, more Kevin gear I'm going to wind up buying. Yeah, if I had the money and I wanted a wireless system and I wanted to be sitting there in 2 or 3 or 5 years, as I said in the video, and I wanted a more professional system and being able to dial everything in and the transmitters and the blah, 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 I would absolutely go with the Deity Connect system. Now, you're talking over $600 something, but it's you're pushing a professional grade system. These are not a professional grade system, in my opinion. I would take the Deity wireless out, and I would definitely shoot a commercial with it or shoot a short film with it or something. I wouldn't do that with these. They're just not, hey, focus, bam, poof, bam. They're just not. I mean, they're plastic, and besides, you brought these on a set and said, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick this on my talent right here, and we're going to go get that shot. Not going to happen. So they're great for us YouTubers. You can plug in a lapel, grab a lapel, plug it in, boom, boom, stick it up here, something, hide it, whatever you want to do. They work. They totally work. And I think for more budget, or I don't want to drop $650 into a system, I think they're great at $299. And I think they're better technologically than anything out on the market. A year from now, I suspect, what's going to happen is they're going to do this, then all the knockoffs are going to come out, and you're going to be getting it $100 and $90, and they're going to drive down the prices, and they're going to suck, and then something else is going to come out. I bet you in a year from now, there may be something better. Although, I know the wireless from RØDE, I forget what it's called, with the little transmitter and the receiver, the one pack. Man, I can't remember this. That's been going for years, and that's still legit. Anyway, does the new firmware allow you to record with the TX without being connected to the RX? I don't think so. I think, where are you? I think for this to record, I think the receiver needs to be on. Now, as I did in my video, I just ran them, and they were fine. If I turn off the receiver, yeah, right now there's connection. I think I tried that, and I don't think you can do that. Like right now, there's no talking between the two. There's nothing going on. It'd be cool if they did a firmware update. Let's turn this one on. Hey, I'm pressing the button, dude. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, well, yeah, what I'm doing is I'm pressing the wrong button. If you look in the camera, it's backwards. So let's turn on the receiver. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, I didn't press the button. There it goes. Receiver's on. This is number 2. And right now the recording light is on. So it's recording right now. I would imagine, I'm not sure that there's going to be a firmware update. I mean, when I got these, it was 1.0. And within a week, they were already up to 1.6. I imagine there's going to be a firmware update. I don't know what magic is in here to allow you to record 24-bit, 48 kilohertz onboard files into this thing. It obviously has something to do with this. I'd like to see a firmware update where you could indeed take either one of these and just turn them on and record into the recorder. The only problem with that I see is there's no way in here to set the gain, to set whether it's doing 2 to 1 or 1 on each track, etc. There's all sorts of blah, blah, blahs. Maybe Rode will come up with something cool. I would love to be able to just turn this on and record. I think it would be cool. I think this handles all the stuff for this and tells it what to do. I think. I don't know. Rode comes out with some strange stuff. But yeah, you can't. I tried it, and you can't just turn this on and start recording to it. You have to have this on. But you get 7 hours out of these. And the transmitters, traditionally, the transmitters use more power than a receiver. I didn't test this, but I imagine you're probably going to get a lot more hours out of this than this. So whatever. But the fact you can just turn this on, I mean, I could take this and mount it to a lapel mic or mount it as I showed you in the video. I stuck it on the Rode Video Mic NTG, which is a great mic. I could just turn them both on and throw one of these in my pocket. When I'm done, I can just grab the audio off of here, which is really cool. I mean, I haven't seen that at this price level. Anyway, there you go. Oh my gosh, look at all these comments. Do you use weed killer in your lawn fertilizer? The yard looked beautiful. I live in Oregon, and I'm over exaggerating this, but from about October to about now, it just rains all the time, little drizzly rain. And I do have people take care of my lawn, because when we moved into this house, my wife really wanted this house. And I said, okay, I've been mowing lawns and doing stuff all my life. The deal breaker is I'm not going out and spending $2,000 and $3,000 on yard tools and lawnmowers and everything else. So the deal is, if we get the house, we're hiring a lawn service. And she agreed. So yeah, they take good care of it. But yeah, things are really, really green here. Like even when it looks brown, I fly to Colorado or Atlanta or something like that. I come back here even in the winter. It's really green here. It does mic. Uh-oh. Does the new firmware allow you to without being connected to the RX? Does it? Did they come out with even newer firmware and I didn't know it? Uh-oh. Let me go look at this. Because I bet. What version are we at? No, I got 1.6.0. Ian, you got that to work? So you were able, Ian, let me know if you were able to just turn this on and it was recording without having the receiver on. You just turn this on and it recorded to that. Well, I'd like to know, Ian, because if that's true, then my current version 1.6 is not the current version, or there's something wrong with my units. Yeah, definitely let me know. That's cool. What else we got going on? No fedora hat today. No. The hat was creepy. I don't like hats. New place for date with my better half. I think the idea of 32-bit float is perhaps to help in editing where you don't need to worry about overboosting until the end when you normalize. Yeah, that could very well be. I haven't worked with 32-bit float much because I don't have anything in 32-bit float, I think. Yeah, I haven't worked with it much, but that might be. And when you start playing around and normalizing the sound and everything, it plays better. I don't know. I don't use 32-bit float. I see no reason for me on YouTube videos to do that. Although, see, now I want to try it. That's cool, Ian. Ballard. I get interference with some lavs through the wireless Go as well. I didn't find any interference on this. I did a whole lot of tests, and I don't know about some lavs. I tried it with the Deity lapel mics. I also tried it with, Ian turned me on to this. This is the Clippy mic. You can't buy it on Amazon or anything. It's made over in England, and you order it direct from them. And the thing about it is it's got this massive capsule and head on it, so it sounds really good. But I didn't try it with everything, so you might be getting some interference. The interference might be, I'm guessing, that the cable itself is either not good, not working well, or isn't shielded well. I'm just guessing, Ian. I'd love to know which ones. Excuse me. Rode Link works better in that respect. The respect of interference? Yeah, I haven't seen any interference. I saw no interference in my tests on these. I didn't test it on, I mean, I tried testing everything. I can't test everything. I'm sure someone's gonna leave a comment on the video and say, why didn't you test it with the all Ceramonic wireless recorders and all onboard recorders and all different microphones and everything under the sun, moon, and stars? I'm like, dudes, why do you say that? I don't have it. Let's see, Ian Craig. I use 32-bit float in my tentacle sync recorders that solves my control outside auto recording, so I hope the wireless did it. Yeah, the tentacle sync, I think it was last week I learned that, because I didn't use these, the tentacle sync have onboard recorders. Maybe it was you, Ian. I haven't used it. I have used the Deity HDTX, both with a plug-in mic and you can also jack on a XLR mic or jack in a 3.5 millimeter mic. I love that thing. It is super pristine, no interference, none at all. I think it does, if I remember correctly. I heard that the new firmware allows the transmitters to begin recording as soon as they're turned on. I think so. I'm gonna have to test that because I tried. Now you got me wondering. I'm gonna have to try that. If the 1.6 update allows me to just turn on this transmitter and just record, that would be really cool. And that would be something that I missed. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. That would be really cool. Yeah, it's a pity. I think Rode couldn't fit the Technology. Huh. Oh my gosh, look at all these comments, and I thought it was about them. Technology in so you can convert it for editing. You managed to get the whole video done in 18 hours? Yeah. It was a long night. When I originally shot this video, there were places in it where the sound was peaked. Like everything went wrong with this. And I realized after a really long time of editing the original video that I had missed some things, and then I was caught in that vortex that we get caught in every once in a while of trying to fix something to make the edit work and the way it was paced. Finally, I was just like, dude, just reshoot the thing. So yeah, I just rescripted it and reshot it. And I used some of the stuff from the original video that worked, but the rest of it, I just reshot it. Absolutely. Gain is an issue. I think it's too loud at the source and no way of turning down other than at the receiver end. Too late then. You're talking about, are you talking about, in general, general gain is an issue with these. You really have to listen. Like I would have to take it into my A7S3, set this all up, set this thing up, record something, take it into Audition, listen to it. Okay, I need to knock the gain down. I need to knock the camera up a little bit back and forth. If you're talking about just turning on the receiver and having it record internally by itself without the transmitter, which is where you set the gain, maybe it defaults to 0. They probably default it to 0 if that works, and gain would definitely be an issue. That would definitely be an issue. Totally, Ian. Totally. Hey, Bart Johnson. Hello, saw. How are you? I'm watching, listening in my yard while doing work. No live stream for me again. I was hoping you'd have a live stream so I could, actually end this. I'm actually going to try and end this by 10. The world just lulled. Keep hearing your name repeatedly in my head over and over. Bart Johnson Productions. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. From the website, always recording mode. When this mode is activated, the transmitter will start recording audio as soon as it is switched on. Maybe that's what the deal is. Maybe I didn't have it set because I have it set to, I forget what it is, off, something else, and always. Maybe that's what it is. I'm going to try that. That's going to be really cool. I wonder if I could do that now. I wonder if I could test that without it taking 14,000 years. Maybe I'll do that. It will continue until it is switched off, regardless of whether it is connected to the receiver. Now that would be really cool. Is that right? Oh, look at all these comments. If we have some time, I'm gonna try that. Keep hearing the Simpsons scenes. This means that you will have a continuous recording from the moment transmitter is switched on, making this mode suitable for using the wireless Go-To as a standalone field recorder. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna try that here, and hopefully everything doesn't fall apart. Lol. Captain Jack. They're talking about something. Kevin, just turn on the mic and connect to computer. File is there. When it runs out of space, it's on some kind of loop. When I did this, I had 7 hours of recordings, and is that true? Did it start recording over itself? I thought it just stopped recording. I thought it ran out of space and I had to clear it, but I'm not sure. The interface is digital noise, and I think you're right. Shielding is the issue. Rode laws work great, while some others show it to different degrees. Yeah. I mean, the same with XLR cables. I went through hell trying to figure out this weird buzzy in my audio in this setup, and finally Alan over at Sound Speeds. I mean, it sounds, well, of course that's where it's coming from. It was the cable, and he actually built me a cable, shielded everything else, because I have this running wires and everything else. So I think it's a shielded cable. I know Rode on their original lapel mic It's about 250 bucks. I had a problem with that, and they had a problem with that, and so for free they sent me a new, more shielded cable, which totally handled the problem. I think you're right. Okay. I'm listening on a big outdoor speaker. I'm sure my neighbors are wondering what the hell I'm listening to. Heidi ho, neighbors. My name's Bart, and I shouldn't do that. I could get him in a lot of trouble. I verified the Rode transmitter recording capability via the website, but I can't seem to find the option when I connect to Rode Central. We're going to connect this up. I'm going to bomb through these, and then we're going to connect this up live, and I don't kill everything. Botanical Garden. Don't say anything embarrassing about Bart Wallace. Well, I was going to do that, and then I decided not to, because then I would get Bart in trouble, and then Bart would hate me, I guess. Yeah. RV Addict. You are an inspiration to a new YouTuber like me who wonders why I can't get video shot well on the fourth try. I thought I was alone. Thank you for sharing your experience. It helps more than you know. Yeah, I usually shoot videos, and it took me many years to just get out of this trying to make it perfect thing. And I was just like, okay, just post it. There's just a couple of times where I went, no, I can't fix it. It doesn't flow. It doesn't work. Not that the video I posted is like, ooh, it's epic. It's a review and it goes through everything. Okay, done. But yeah, there's just certain times where you just gotta bail. You can also go to the other end of the spectrum where you're just hammer effing yourself trying to make this video and oh, the colors are off and reshoot it. Oh, I'm not sure I like my audio and reshoot it. And then you're way over here. I think there's a happy medium in the middle, and thank you. Hey, Grand Tours. How you doing, man? Welcome. Linda, I have to go, but I'll catch the rest of this on the playback. Bye, Linda. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Fun fact, I asked Uncle Kevin if I should add my name, Aaron, at the beginning of my channel name. Okay. Non-exact quote. I reserve the right of artistic interpretation. I sort of remember the conversation, but now I don't. Was this the one where you asked me if you should change this and the header and blah, blah, blah and everything else? And I said, yeah, that's great. You should work on that. But why don't you just make some videos and work on that in your spare time? I think that's me. It was said. When the storage in the transmitter is full, new recordings will begin overwriting the oldest recordings. Oh, I know what happened. I was using 1.0.0 when I tested that. That's cool. Search the page for always. Yeah, I have the page up over here. I should do that. Linda Quintilli. I always associate loud mic checks with Aaron. Hey, you know what? Let's try this. All right, screw it. Hopefully this doesn't fall apart. Let me grab this. Let's switch over to the other screen. Boink. And let's clear that off. Just going to do this live, and let's run this dude. Hopefully this doesn't kill my world. Uh-oh. There it is. Hello there. Let's plug this in. Boop, boop, doop, boop, boop, doop. Hey. All right, and let's plug in this transmitter that I currently have. Boop. Hello, transmitter. Oh, look at all that stuff. Wow. Okay, let's go into here and let's just nuke all this stuff. Bink. Deleting all of his recordings. Hopefully I didn't need those. So here it is. This is what they're talking about. Backup. Oh, it's still doing something. Really? You're going to calculate on me? Hey. Hey. There was an error mounting mass storage. Really? That's what you're going to do for me? All right, fine. Unplugged you. Plugged you back in. Eat that. No recordings available. Awesome. Looks like the pop-up is done. So what I'm going to do is, that's what this is, backup, off, and always. So I'm going to turn it on always. So now it's on always, right? Right. Okay, let's unplug this thing. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bam. It's now unplugged. Let's go here. Let's turn off the transmitter. Oh, whoop. That transmitter's off. That transmitter's off. Now let's turn on this transmitter. There it goes. Hey, focus. Okay, so all I have on right now is a transmitter. One of these is battery life, the other one is a connection. So apparently, if this works, right now it's recording and I don't have the other transmitter on. Oh, Sony, don't fail me. I don't have the other transmitter on. Great, Sony. And I don't have the receiver on. So apparently right now it's recording. So let's see what happens. I'm going to turn this off. Hey, the buttons are a little hard for me to press, and that's a good thing. Okay, now that's off. Let's connect this thing back up so I can be duly impressed. Over to here, bink. We're connecting. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, look at that. Holy smithereens. Holy smithereens. Wow. That's cool. That's always. So if you stick it on always, let's unplug this thing. So if you stick it on always, you have, man, that's awesome. Where's the other one? Hey, where'd you go? Hey. So if you stick it on always, without even using this receiver, and I'll have to test how maybe it remembers the gain setting from the last, I'll have to play with it. That means using these dudes, I have, without any receiver or anything else, I have an onboard recorder here. I have a second onboard recorder here. I'll have to test this. I'm wondering if, like, I set the gain to minus 30 on the transmitter and then turn this off and turn the transmitter on. I wonder if it defaults or it remembers the last gain setting. That is cool. Thank you for that. I did not know that. That's awesome. I mean, so basically now you're buying a wireless, 2 wireless transmitters and a wireless receiver, and you're buying 2 onboard recorders. Now that is really worth it. I need to play with that. Thanks, man. That's just like, that's just awesome. You skipped the fun part. Which fun part? Finally figured it out. Got to click on the little gold gear icon. Then I can turn on always record. That's it. And the new firmware. Dude, Jared, that's freaking awesome. Hey, maybe I should make an update to the last video. No! That's it, Jarrett. Easily missed. I'm going to add that to the description, and I'll probably add that to a tweet or something. I'm sorry I missed that. I mean, I'm apologizing to me. No, I'm not. Because what's really, really cool about that is that's serious stuff. I mean, I have a 2 transmitter, 1 receiver system, and I also have a 2 onboard record system for $299. That's awesome. I'm going to have to play with this. I'm going to play with this, and I'm going to see if I set the gain to, say, minus 30 from the receiver, and then I do the onboard recording, and then if I set the gain to 0, and then I do the onboard recording, does it respect those last settings? If it does, mind freaking blown. I mean, as long as I test the thing, like if I were going to test it, like if I was going to test it with my DJI action camera, I found the right setting is about -18 on the receiver. And I'm wondering if I set the receiver to -18 and say, okay, turn everything off, hook it up to my action camera, does it stay at -18 and then I'm recording and everything is good? That's like the best feature frickin' ever that I missed. Seems you don't get the high quality option when set to always record. Really? Okay, now you got me really curious. Let's plug this transmitter back in. Schwank. Nope, wrong one. Get out of here. Schwank. Let's check this out. Doodle doo 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 doo. It looks to me, because I just did that test right here, right? It looks to me that I have uncompressed audio. Yeah, it looks to me that it's the 24-bit, 48 kilohertz audio. Yeah, definitely. Let's do this. Let's export this. Well, throw this on the desktop for a second. Bam. Let's go take a look at this in Mr. Audition here. I want to see what's happening. Bink. Open with Adobe Audition. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. It's been really being dumb lately. Whatever. Let's take a look at this file. 48 kilohertz. Yeah, man, it recorded on that always mode. It recorded 48,000 hertz. 48 kilohertz. It was a mono channel and a bit depth of 24. Wow. That's pretty sweet. That's really sweet. How cool is that? Boom! Holy smithereens. I love that expression. Boom! Me too. If I use a lapel mic with the Rode Go 2, would the sound quality decrease? It depends on the lapel mic. Well, heck, let's hook it up. What the heck? Let's take the transmitter. Transmitter's on. You're probably going to hear some pops and stuff as I plug this in. Here, we'll switch to here because nobody cares. Plug this in the Mixbury 3. Schwink. All right. Take this guy off. Schwink. Test, 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 test. No, that doesn't work unless you turn it on. Come on. All right, I got mic 2. Wow, that's really hot. Let's plug in the lapel mic. Let's mute the Shure SM7B. Mute. Well, that sucks. I tried this. Oh, I didn't have my headphones on. All right, let's mute this again. Sorry. Um, Sorry about that. I It's not working. I was gonna plug in the lapel and run this through here, which I'm getting a signal. It's not going into the mix pre-3 for some reason, and I don't know why. And I was gonna plug in the lapel, but apparently I'm not gonna do that right now. So there you go. Unplugged. See you later. Bye. Um, it's weird that that didn't work. I just did this before there. If I use the lapel mic, would the sound quality decrease? I actually found that the sound quality increased from the onboard built-in mic using a good lapel mic. If it's dialing correctly, the lapel mic sounds way better. Like if you look at the one part of that video that I did where it's iPad, iPhone, and I think into the Sony a7S III, it sounded really good with the lapel mic. Yeah. So I think you're going to get better, much better with a lapel mic. Plus, you can position it, turn it upside down. It has a capsule on it that's omnidirectional. These, although I believe they're omnidirectional, that little mic up there, it's embedded into here, and you're going to get a lot more noise, in my opinion. Holy smithereens! The problem with the gain is the receiver goes down, but not the mic. So the clipping is caused at the mic end, not on the receiver end. They need to address that. I agree. I think you nailed it, Ian. I had a problem with the gain on this, and I think what's happening is it's transmitting at whatever level it's transmitting at. Where'd you go? Yeah, I think the boop, oh, wrong hand. I think wow, that's weird. Wow. I think the transmitter is transmitting over to the receiver. It's backwards. Over to the receiver at whatever level it's at. And then I think you're at 0 dB on the receiver, and what you're doing is you're leaving it at 0, which is total, and then you're cutting down what's output to the recorder, and I think that is the peaking problem. Again, you need to listen to it, set your gain levels, set your camera, get everything right, and that includes, if you stick this thing right next to your mouth, or whether you put it on your chest or wherever you're going to plant this thing and then do that, I think you can get away without peaking. But yeah, I think you're right, Ian. I think they need to address that. It's true. The only thing that would be better is if it had 32-bit float like the new Zoom F2 recorders. I agree. That would be really cool. It would be cool because, as Ian's describing, which I think is what's happening, is if they had 32-bit float built into the transmitter, which, I mean, that's not cheap, and I also think they have to license that. I'm not sure. It would increase the cost of the unit. Sure would handle the problem with peaking. I think that'd be a great idea. I have both the Rode Wireless Go 2 and the Zoom F2 and F2-bit, F2BT, and I wish I could combine them into one system. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, look. He did the Rode slashy thing. I haven't figured out how to do that from the keyboard. Offer my second jab. Hey, Ravenwolf. Yeah, man. Have a fun jab. Don't look. Cheers. The input on your sound device probably was mono and you gave it the wrong channel. No, I didn't change anything. And earlier, I plugged in the receiver and I plugged in the transmitter and I adjusted the mix pre-3 and everything was fine. Yeah. Mono recordings with the two mics, then plant mono audio in over the top. Sounds great. Oh, I get it. No, we were here. Yeah, I mean, I can try it again, but I don't want to waste everybody's time here. I'm sure I had this. You know what? This is driving me crazy. I'm just going to sit here and go blah, blah. I'm definitely getting on board. I'm getting, in fact, I can hear it coming out of the speaker. Wait. But yeah, when I mute the SM7B, hello. Hey there, hi there, ho there. That's really weird. I did this earlier and it worked. And for some reason it's not working right now. I'm not quite sure why. I wonder if that always recording shuts it off from the receiver. No, because I tried it earlier. I don't know. Technology. Love it. I'd love to try it. You can also get some impressive stereo ambiance recordings with two mics, then plant mono audio in over the top. Sounds great. Yeah, I actually did that test. I didn't show it or mess with it, but I took one lapel mic and I had it sitting here into the transmitter. Then I had a receiver going into the camera, and then I planted the other transmitter just sitting over here. It sounded actually really good. It added some really nice depth or something to it. A level of ambiance, I think. Gotta love the live. Hey, luckily live quirks, lol. I made it to a live, yeah. I try to make it to people's live streams stuff, and I always fail, unfortunately. Would you use the Rode Go 2 plus lapel mic instead of a video mic for YouTube? I want to know if the quality is comparable. If yes, the added bonus of the Rode Go 2 would be the versatility. In my experience, I don't own all the different lavaliers. I don't own all the different devices. I have what I have. I have some really good deity lapel mics, etc. In my experience, I have not gotten a lapel mic without a lot of processing that sounds like this. I have not gotten a lapel mic that sounds like a shotgun mic, properly adjusted and everything else. I have not gotten that. I think it's due to the lapel mics. I think the way they're made, etc. I've come close. You're not, if you're expecting to get a Shure SM7B or a Rode NTG3 type thing out of a lapel mic, I don't think that's possible, although I haven't researched it all. If I could, I would buy that lapel mic in a second. I'm sure someone's like going to go, yeah, you should buy that lapel mic and it's $3,000. Now, if you're worried about actually having great audio, blah, 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 no. But remember, if you're making YouTube videos, unless you're making something cinematically, and I mean like a short film or doing commercials or something like that, a lapel mic into a decent recorder and making adjustments and possibly, I always post-process my audio a little bit and add compression and stuff like that. You can totally get away with a lapel mic. Totally. In fact, it's quite freeing. You don't have the, like with this mic, you don't have the I turn away and I talk thing and you lose that. Same with a shotgun mic. You have the freedom. You have the freedom to do a whiteboard and turn around and do all that stuff. So, but to expect you're going to get the same type of audio quality in a shotgun mic or in a dynamic mic out of a lapel mic, I don't think so. I really don't think so. That I know of. I'm sure there are other people who have done that. I don't know. Maybe if Curtis was here, he could tell me I'm full of poop. I don't know. Hey, you're back. Continuous conversation. Try the other transmitter. Yeah, I could do that. Let's try the other transmitter and see if that hooks up. Let's turn this one off. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Time we at? Oh yeah, we're close to going bye-bye here. The other transmitter. Wake up, other transmitter. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. I think I need to go in and factory reset these because I've been doing a lot of really weird things with these, and it's not even picking up transmitter number 1 right now. Doot, 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 doot. Wow, look at that. Yeah. I have done bad things to this. A lot of bad things, testing it and trying to do really weird things. Let's do this. Let's turn this back on. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. 0 dB. All right, I'm going to try it one more time. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Bam. I have really messed with this thing. Let's see if we get anything out of this at all. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It doesn't see anything, man. Hello, are we there? Are we there? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello. Hey, do we have something here? Let's mute that. Yeah, I got nothing. It's being weird. I need to reset the system. I need to go and do a factory reset because I've been doing all sorts of wanky things. Really wanky things like, hey, what happens if I plug the headphone jack into this plug? I mean, I've been doing crazy stuff. So, your set seems very dark and sinister today. Yeah, I'm messing around, replacing lights. One of my lights went bad. I put up another light, yada, yada, yada. There's probably not enough light in here. Or maybe I'm just dark and sinister. Wow, WSOW. I don't know what that is. For weddings, I plan on using my Ceramonic wireless lapel mics paired with my Zoom F1 field recorder as a backup. Yeah. That's the other thing is using this as a backup is a really good idea. Especially when shooting a wedding. We've had this conversation. Kudos to you, Captain. I will not shoot a wedding. One take, man. You screw that up, you're a dead man. So yeah, as a backup, if I went to a wedding, I'd have like 4 cameras, 4 people operating the cameras. I'd have the audio. I'd have them wired. I'd have extra audio. I'd have shotguns. I'd have micro. I would just go nuts with this because I'd be totally freaked out. Are you a ham? Uh-oh, looks like ham operator stuff. Roasted Phoenix. Hey, man. Hey, I cheat and don't use vocals in my videos. Oh, that's cool. Have I looked at your channel? I forget what you do. Yeah, that's cool. If you don't use vocals or you're not, if you're not on camera and you don't use your mouth and you're doing something else, man, that would be great. Pedantic Dan, affirmative. KJ, oh, the ham radio dudes are off and running. What I really like about the Rode Go 2 is that the system is way smaller than my current setup. I've been thinking of switching over. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, years ago, again, if I were shooting a wedding or commercial or something really, really important, I'd be all over using and testing and tweaking the Deity Connect system. I know it's $650 US, and that's a lot of coin. But if I were making my living at that, I would absolutely do that. Using these as a backup, sure. I mean, now that we know these record on board, I don't know if you could get away with that, but dropping this in, yeah, I don't know. It's a good idea. Hey, here you go. I think that's a great idea. There's an affiliate link. That's awesome. We should QSO. Oh man, they're into all this stuff. What is this? Da N7 MFE, maximum frequency response. Oh my God, best live stream net. That's awesome. Hey, check this out. We are at an hour, well, minus the front, and I'm going to end this live stream now. I think we talked about the Rode Go. Hey, thanks a lot for joining me. Thanks a lot for hanging with me, and thanks a lot. I learned some cool stuff about the Rode Go. I didn't know you could do that. I'm gonna go back in. A couple of things that another guy commented on my channel was that on the Rode Go version 1, you could plug in the transmitter and you could plug in the receiver, and you could use the transmitter and the receiver plugged in while charging, and it would still work and record. I don't think you can do that on this. I tried this and failed. But that's another thing I'd like to see on these. I don't like batteries, but heck, I would love to be able to plug these in to AC power and just have them run and not have to worry about it. That would be really cool. That would be a nice addition for these. Yeah. Good thing about Rode is that they give the customer a ton of updates, making the same hardware more useful. Yeah, I mean, firmware, if they update their system and stuff, is awesome. I mean, just having whatever. Mike Clayton, I'm so proud of you. So I need to quit blah, blah, blahing. He's proud of me because I'm actually going to end a live stream after about an hour. How about that? Whoa. Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging. I'll set the end animation thing and keep commenting for a little bit. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Ian, for hanging out, and everybody else for coming along. I do really appreciate you taking the time. And I'm sorry it didn't work, me hooking this thing up. I tested it beforehand, and now it's not working, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I think these need a factory reset because I've been doing some wanky things. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you have any questions, let me know. I think in the description you can go watch the other video if you haven't. And hey, with the Rode Go 2, if it's going to work for you, if it's something you need, if it's something you level up your game, if you need something like that, then go buy the damn thing. If it isn't, don't go buy it. Unless you have money you just want to throw around and play with it. Buy stuff that you need, not stuff that you want, unless you just want to buy it. Stuff you want. Hey, I want a new car. I'm going to go buy it. Well, cool. Well done. I'm making a lot of money. That's cool. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Love y'all. And we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel next week. See you later.